Printful has launched quick stores. Payhip launched their marketplace. Everybody's asking me about sticker Mule stores. We have Ideogram celebrating 1 year in existence. We have Procreate CEO saying that he hates generative AI. Halloween is coming up, sewing month is coming up, and also financial planning month. I am going to be doing some changes with my personal shops and businesses, as well as getting ready for Q4. All of that and more in this monthly episode of Creative News, September 2024. We seriously have a lot of topics to cover in today's video, and I want to get right into them, but I have to get one thing out of the way first, and that is, hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mero, and I teach creative people how to sell their art online, and this is September 2024. Let's call it online creative news, jumping right in with Printful launching their quick stores. If you already know the Printify pop-up shops, it's pretty much the same, only with Printful products. You basically get to set up your own shop for free using the Printful shop builder, where all of the Printful products and shipping costs and mockups are already integrated, and you can just focus on designing. You don't even have to take part in the money exchange that goes between the client and you and the supplier, the same way you would if you would set Printful up with Etsy, with Shopify, or with WooCommerce, because the client is going to pay directly to Printful, and you're going to get your commissions from Printful once a month straight to your bank account if you've passed $25 for that month. If not, it's going to go over to the next month. Now, I know that this is very exciting news, and I was very excited. However, to anyone who's not living in the US, this is kind of a bummer because they're only launching it right now for US-based clients. So for anyone here who thought I was an American or that I live in the United States, well, I don't, so I cannot test out the Printful quick stores, but I will leave a link down below to their video on the Printful channel explaining how quick stores work. Now, if any of you are in the US and have played around with quick stores or planning to play around with it and want to keep me updated on how it looks, feel free to go to maytribe.com to the contact page and send me a link to your shop so I can have a look. I would love to see how the quick stores look like. I can't believe I can't do it. This is so annoying. Now, I'm moving on from the quick stores, but I'm not moving on from Printful because Printful has decided to reduce the prices of their mugs by 25%, which is pretty awesome. It's a significant discount to one of the pillar products of print on demand, especially when we're planning for the holiday season. With voting in the United States coming closer and closer, Printful has launched their voting collection, which is basically the products that would be associated with supporting a political candidate. And if you add any of these items to your stores, you'll get a $5 coupon code to use for future orders and test orders for yourself. Printful also added 2 interesting new products to their collection, like the wall hanging, the one with the wooden hanger wall hanging. I think it's called a dowel, as well as a glossy metal print, which I think is really cool. However, if anyone from Printful is watching this, can you please add wall tapestry? It's like one of my favorite print-on-demand products, and I can't believe you don't have this. And also something really cool that I noticed as I was making actually a birthday order for my cousin using Printful is that they actually added border colors to their stickers. And I'm not talking about the sticker sheets, even though the sticker sheets have a background color, not a border color. I'm talking about the actual Kiss Cut stickers that they have, that you can now control the color of the border, which means, one, everything can be more personalized. It doesn't have to have this white outline to it. And also, you can use a flat out white design and have like a pink outline to it, which is pretty dope. Moving on to Payhip launching their marketplace, which was a surprise to me as a person who is in contact with Payhip, as a YouTuber and as a seller on Payhip, that they launched their marketplace and I had no idea about it, even though my items were listed there. I mean, I did know that they're planning it, I just didn't know that it's happening. The link to that, for those of you who haven't been able to find the link to the Payhip marketplace, is payhip.com/marketplace, and I already made a full video going over the many, let's call it, aspects of the Payhip marketplace. There will be a link to that one down below. But spoiler alert, I wasn't that positive about the marketplace, and I don't mean the marketplace sucks. Well, kinda. It's very slow and the search isn't really working, but also in terms of where they're going to get their traffic, because literally as a seller on the marketplace, I can't really promote my listing on the marketplace, and I don't have a reason to, and it doesn't look like they're doing it as well. This was a video that I scripted at 4 o'clock in the morning and recorded at 6 a.m. And I think that my rant there was somewhat amusing to some of you. I did get a lot of DMs on Instagram following that video, but it also caught the eyes of Payhip, which I didn't, by the way, tag them or sent them this link to the video, but they have commented on the video, and it goes like such. I want to give them a platform. If they comment, you know what? Let's give it a platform. Hey May, thank you for the video and the very useful feedback. We just wanted to make it clear that the marketplace has been publicly available for a month now. I know. So it's very new, and it's essentially version 1. Okay. But the technology to make it better already exists like a decade ago, so I don't find this to be much of an excuse. A beta to get as much feedback as we can. Well, you did. So there are a lot of issues, and some you have mentioned, which we are working on, especially search speed. I thought you're going to be working on especially the fact that you manually approve listings from people who sell copyright infringing materials, but okay. Please don't be upset. We will fix these issues. We just need more time. Actually, you do not need more time to not approve manually a listing of someone who's selling a digital file of Minnie Mouse and Nike. You can just not approve it in the past. Once we are happy and it's fully ready, we will do our best to let everyone know. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to knowing. I'm looking forward to see if they're going to let everybody know. And I'm looking forward to see if they're actually going to fix the major mistakes in the marketplace. As I mentioned, there is a link down below to the full video going over the Payhip marketplace and my personal thoughts about that. Moving on to another print on demand sort of supplier that has stores, and that is Sticker Mule. Sticker Mule has been in my to film list for I think 2 years now, and I've always wanted to test it out. I think that Sticker Mule is an odd bird in the world of print on demand because it's mostly targeting businesses who want to order their own packaging and business advertising material, but they have launched stores, which a community member shared it on Facebook, and thank you for that. Once I saw the share on our Facebook community, I had to go and test it out myself. I went into stores. I discovered that you have to be an American citizen or you don't have to be an American citizen. It wasn't really clear to me. I did want to make a test order for several products to test them myself, and I ordered a poster, a t-shirt, sticker sheets, and actually temporary tattoos of a cow kawaii cupcake, or a cupcake kawaii cow, or a kawaii cupcake cow. I think kawaii cupcake cow. Let me know in the comments if which one you think it is. So I did make that test order myself, and as I was researching more and more about their platform, I realized that if I want to make a video once this test order comes, I really should be asking some questions to make sure that I'm not giving any false information. And so I messaged them on Instagram. Yeah, that's usually my MO. Message them on Instagram that I would love to have a conversation if there is someone from PR or from influencer relations. And on Friday, I got to meet James and David from Sticker Mule, their influencer relation manager and their CMO. It's actually been a very long and interesting conversation. It was super cute. At the end, we even took like a selfie. I told them I wanted to take a photo to present all of us on screen. And we have discussed a lot about what does this store feature that they have mean, who's Sticker Mule for, what do they think about the products. Did you know that they also have a fulfillment center in Italy, not just in New York? So this was really a nice and interesting chat. And in fact, it kind of coexisted with the fact that I'm going to wait about 2-3 weeks for the items to arrive here because the items I ordered are from the New York fulfillment center. And it's actually good timing because they are working on other features for their stores. And I think that that would give us the most amount of time to actually make a proper video to let you know this process of working with Sticker Mule if you want to set up your own shop. I am going to also make a video mentioning the fact that you can bulkily order these items to yourself and of course sell them from your own home business. And in our conversation, and this is where I'm getting a little bit teary-eyed, in our conversation, they mentioned that they would love to increase my credits on their website so that I can show you guys more products and ask me for an amount. Usually, when I talk to suppliers, it's about $100 or $200 for a test order, not for sponsor videos. I do not do those. So usually it's around $100 or $200. And I just told them, look, whatever you put in, I'm going to order items to test them out. And because the items are being ordered in very large quantities, or let's call it not like a one sticker right now, I'm probably going to not be using some of my designs. I'm probably going to be using logos of local charities and businesses here in Bansko to support them with free merch for their business, which they thought was lovely and I thought was lovely. But what really got me teared up is waking up the next day, opening my email and seeing that I have $1,000 to test out merch from Sticker Mule, which, by the way, yay, that's fun. I'm not really having that much fun because I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting so much free stuff, but more in the direction of the charities, because I have a close friend here in Bansko that is involved with a charity called Bansko Street Dogs, which helps collect street dogs from the street, dogs that were attacked, takes them to the vet, gets all of their shots in order. There's literally a facility where they keep the dogs together. They have volunteers that come in with workaway programs to work with the dogs, and they make sure that these dogs get adopted. And it's my pleasure, and it almost brings tears to my eyes. I have to remember not to cry in a video, that I get to spoil them with so much free merch that they can later on pass and share the news about this amazing charity organization with the rest of the expats at the digital nomad communities here in Bansko. So thank you, Sticker Mule, for that. Thank you guys for listening to me talking about a charity in Bansko. And of course, I will keep you guys updated when the merch from Sticker Mule arrives. There will probably be two videos, one with the merch that I ordered and also talking about stores, and another one that will be a little bit different, targeting people who actually sell their own physical products themselves from home. Moving on to Ideogram celebrating 1 year in existence. Just a few days ago, I went into Ideogram and saw like we are celebrating 1 year in existence. Now, Ideogram, I think, decided to take themselves more seriously now that they're an actual, I don't know, let's call it a recognized name and platform in the industry. And they actually opened a subreddit over on Reddit, which is super awesome, as well as a YouTube channel. So that is kind of cool. Now, I actually decided to finally get an Ideogram membership. I got the basic membership, which I think is or was $8 a month when you pay a yearly fee, so that I can play around with their tiling option as well as with their other generative models. And I have already made a video yesterday about the Ideogram seamless patterns, and I will leave a link to that one down below. It's actually been amazing to see them create the seamless patterns, whether I'm going to be using the seamless patterns as is or as inspiration for my own Procreate creations. I also actually already recorded another video comparing Ideogram and Lexica using the same prompts that I got from Phillip. Andres, is that Andres or Anders? I really don't know. Sorry, if you're watching this, Phillip, I'm sorry for butchering your last name. I'm just going to say Phillip. From the 100 prompts PDF that I got from Phillip, and I was really testing out like Ideogram versus Lexica. It was pretty cool. And for those of you who don't know Phillip, well, there is a video of him interviewing me about print on demand on his channel for the Print on Demand Wisdom podcast. And I do have to take credit. This is the longest episode he ever had there. I don't know if it's good credit or bad credit because I am known for talking a lot. But this has been an amazing experience for me doing this interview, and of course having Phillip show this interview as a live premiere, because our community is addicted to live premieres. And we covered so many topics, from the medical reasons why I started print on demand to free print on demand marketing options and the fact I never paid for ads, going over multiple suppliers, shop builders, and a lot of information. And of course, I will leave a link to that down below. And also I'll leave a link to my Ideogram profile so you guys can like copy my prompts or remix my prompts. I've already seen people who remixed my prompts yesterday after the Ideogram Seamless Patterns video, and it's pretty cool seeing people like who took one of my prompts that had like two owls sitting on a brick wall and now it's two ducks. It's been kind of interesting. So just so you know, every time you remix one of my works, I can actually see this on my notifications on Ideogram, and it really does make me happy to see how you take one of my prompts and just like change it to something else. Moving away from Ideogram, but not completely, we're moving away to NightCafe, who now has the Ideogram model. And that's not in their free version. In their free version, you get to test it out. But if you're a NightCafe Pro member, you actually have access to using your NightCafe credits and your NightCafe membership to generate using the DALI 3 and the Ideogram model, including the new one. I will leave a link down below to 5% discount for community members for NightCafe, as well as for a video on my favorite thing to do with NightCafe, which is their sketch to image feature. Closing up the news from other companies part of this video, and against AI, we have the Procreate CEO, and this has been actually fun to read. I feel like I'm always in this balance between the fact that I love playing around with AI. I love what it does. I love generating things. I love seeing how creative it could get, but at the same time, I'm also an illustrator myself, and I do a lot of things by hand and from my head. So I feel like I'm kind of in the middle of it, but I'm gonna leave a link also to this article down below. It's an article from the 19th of August, and it's from TechCrunch. Procreate takes a stand against generative AI, vows to never incorporate the tech into their products. There was a tweet from Procreate over on X, and I'm still confused. Why are we calling it a tweet if it's not on Twitter? Can someone tell me how I'm supposed to call it now that it's on X? Never mind. But the tweet goes as such: we're never going there. Creativity is made, not generated. You can read more at procreate.com/AI, which I'm going to click on right now. And this big page, I actually left this part for the filming. I want it to be as surprised as you are. AI is not our future. Creativity is made, not generated. Generative AI is ripping the humanity out of things, built on a foundation of theft. Technology is steering us towards a barren future. Where we stand, no generative AI. Your work belongs to you. We take pride in privacy. I will leave a link down below to the TechCrunch article, and also you can go to procreate.com/AI. But one thing I do want to say before moving on to the next topic is actually a tweet from David Toons, who was comparing Procreate to Adobe, writing, "If you're ever wondering whether to use Photoshop or Procreate, just remember this. Adobe, Photoshop, overpriced monthly subscriptions, generative AI features you cannot remove. Procreate, one-time purchase. I really effing hate generative AI." Procreate CEO. I would love to hear your thoughts about Procreate or about AI in the comments down below. I am always for people not agreeing with me. Just keep the language clean and let's just have a discussion. With that bit about AI versus no AI news and a lot of things happening with some of my favorite suppliers, I'm going to move on to a segment that I would like to call timing. And that is what timing we're in or what things you should be planning for in order to create merch. Let's go with Halloween, which is at the end of October, but we're at the beginning of September, and a lot of people already need to buy the things that they want to get before Halloween. So go ahead and create print-on-demand products for Halloween as well as printables for Halloween. I don't know if I'm going to make a print-on-demand tutorial for Halloween. I think it would be a little bit too late, and I do have a lot of things this month. I will leave links down below to the previous Halloween videos from last year's, but there is something that I did want to touch up on here because I feel like whenever it comes to certain holidays, everybody's always looking at the theme of the holiday when they're creating items. And I'm going to take Christmas as an example because this is important. People are just obsessed with creating Christmas themed items when in fact, when it comes to Christmas, I'm creating hobby related items because people buy each other gifts for Christmas that are not just Christmas themed. And I feel that this is kind of the same thing with some of the Halloween products, especially when it comes to fabrics. So if any of you are thinking, hey, fabrics for Halloween, maybe let's do some patterns with some skulls or with some freaky and cute cats or maybe pumpkins or hats, that might not be the case because if you go over to Spoonflower, where they're promoting Halloween, they're promoting fabric for every costume. And the fabrics are actually a tiger fabric, a spider web fabric, and my favorite one was the blue and white plaid fabric. I'm guessing for someone who wants to make a Dorothy costume, to sew a Dorothy costume for their kids. So stop thinking about the holidays as the motifs of the holidays, but rather than what products people need for that specific holiday while you're planning for Halloween. And of course, you can also work with all of these like really cool all over print t-shirts or leggings. I really think that the cool things are that people do with like a skeleton leggings with the skeleton all over print hoodie and stuff like that could really work. But keep in mind what people want to have when they plan for Halloween rather than I'm just going to slap Halloween designs over on everything. Now let's go back from Halloween, and it is related to Spoonflower because September in the United States is National Sewing Month. Yes, National Sewing Month. I guess this was a good timing for me to start the Spoonflower series, which I have linked down below to the first video about Spoonflower. And I think that I'm definitely going to add more pins to Pinterest and tag them with Sewing Month. But I think that Sewing Month is a really important month for anyone who's doing anything with fabric. So if you are on Spoonflower or selling fabrics on any other platforms, including your own shops, make sure to hashtag Sewing Month over on social media when you post anything relating to your fabric stores. September 22nd is the first day of fall, so make a note for that if you want to talk about it in your social media. Maybe I will make like some kind of interesting video here for the first day of fall, which is September 22nd. And I guess it's time to already start creating fall home decor, because I do know that, for example, going back to that Halloween thing, a lot of people don't decorate for Halloween with Halloween themed items. They use fall themed items so that they can use them all the way from middle of September till pretty much Christmas or Thanksgiving, when Christmas is officially starting to be celebrated when it comes to home decor. So first day of fall, September 22nd. And September 30th, I don't know why I wrote that, is International Podcast Day. Maybe I wrote that because I'm thinking about doing a podcast. By the way, if you don't know, you can actually create a playlist on YouTube that is a podcast. Like if I upload a video, I can call it a podcast and put it on the podcast category. I have been thinking about doing that. Please let me know what you think about that. And also, side note on that, YouTube is now going to be offering courses. If you guys are on YouTube, or if you know some YouTubers who are doing this, with basically the YouTuber being able to transform a playlist to a course. I'm still not sure how this is going to work. I'm going to probably try and do this with my Zazzle series and keep you guys updated. Going back to the timing aspect, October is financial planning month. Currently thinking to myself, maybe I should make a video about that in October. I am going to tell you guys, the ones who are selling any kind of printables or KDP planners relating to financial expenses versus income, how to create a budget PDF book, whatever. Take that into account. October is financial planning month, and people are going to start looking into their money and how they use the money. And any tool or advice that you have that would help them in the process can make you money. I said the word money so many times. I don't feel like I say the word money a lot in my videos, which is weird because my channel is about how to make money. Huh. Oh well. One thing that I do have to say, regardless of October being financial planning month, is for you to start planning for planners and for calendars, because people are already buying them now. Yes, we're in the beginning of September 2024. We have September, October, November, December before 2025, but people are starting to buy their 2025 merch right now. I'm subscribed to a lot of newsletters of different creative people online, and I've actually already started getting emails to pre-order these creative people's 2025 planners and workbooks and printables. And to be honest, I also ordered my planner for 2025. I ordered it from Zazzle. I recorded the whole process, and I actually have a planner twin. It's one of you guys. Tomatom, she celebrated her birthday in the end of August, so I actually got her the same exact planner. And I think we're going to have a little bit of a sit down in which we're going to go over the planners and fill them out, because the Zazzle planners don't have dates in them. So the Zazzle planners are pretty much just blank pages, like a monthly page, a monthly overview page, and then you have different weekly pages and a notes page, and you don't have the dates in them. So if I get this planner now, I can pretty much start it from September or from October, but I am planning to do it from 2025. This is a very unique item in the print-on-demand sphere, and it exists on the Zazzle marketplace, so you have to have a store on Zazzle. Or if you want to do the same Zazzle planner with your own print-on-demand store on Shopify or WooCommerce, you can check out Awkward Styles, because they have the exact same planner. You can also start planning for printable planners as well as printable calendars. But if you want to go with physical calendars, you can check out Zazzle, because they have calendars as well. And in the case of Zazzle, calendars start when the buyer wants them to start and end when the buyer wants them to end. And in the case of Printful, if you want to integrate this with your own shops, the planner already comes filled in with the dates. The current wall calendar that is available on Printful is 2024. I had a conversation with Ania from Printful about this a few days ago, and they are planning to launch the wall calendars for 2025 with the inserts. So all you have to do is basically design the background of it. And I am going to keep you guys updated when that happens. probably in our Facebook community or in the free newsletter. And I think that now is a good time to tell you guys, hey, there's a Facebook community, you can join it for free, and there is a free newsletter to stay updated with industry news, because I'm not always making a full video about everything. And speaking of our Facebook community and the free newsletter, I'm moving to community and channel news. So I started the Spoonflower series. That was nice, and I already got the test order from Spoonflower for the next video, several fabrics, and the wall hanging. And I loved seeing the responses that I got for the Spoonflower series, whether it was in the comments or in DMs on Instagram. I love the fact that you guys are so excited about Spoonflower. I am too, and there will be more Spoonflower videos throughout the month. I'm also thinking about joining some of their design challenges just to see how it works. And I'm seriously excited about Spoonflower. It's just an amazing platform, especially after I got the fabrics. Some of them I was like, wow, I don't even want to do a sewing project with it. I just want to look at it. It's so perfect. But it is getting me in a sewing mood. I feel like I'm going to spend the winter locked in my apartment here, hand sewing a quilt and drinking hot cocoa. And speaking of my apartment, I don't know if you noticed, but I have a new set alignment. I'm still testing it out. Let me know what you think about this set versus the other sets with me in the background. I think they're sort of ish. Let me know what you guys think of it, or if you have no opinion, that would also be nice, because trying to like combine the space that you live in with the space that you work in when you're filming is actually more difficult than I thought. Getting back to testing out Spoonflower, and actually as a segue, I am also testing out PrintKK, which as far as I've seen is like the cheapest print-on-demand Chinese supplier ever. So I finalized the test order with them on August 27th. They haven't paid that order yet, and it's about to expire. I'm like, okay, they chased me around to make a video about them, but when it comes to the time to actually send me the items, they just been like radio silence for like 6 days, which is kind of a bummer because I did spend 5 hours working on planning the products that I'm ordering from them and screen recording for 3 different videos. The order has a total of 20 items from different spheres, from different niches, from different types of products, whether it's home decor or fashion. The items cost me $118.67 for a variety of 20 different items. The shipping was $122.79, which is more than the cost of fulfillment. And the taxes were $27.29, and the total was $268.75, which again, there is a mix of fashion items, games, and home decor. So 20 items for $268, including the shipping, is actually not that much. I am planning 3 videos about their products, and let's hope that they will actually send me the products, because right after I finished doing everything, they disappeared. I should really learn my lesson by now. I remember Printful were chasing me for like a month to design on their platform, and then I made an order, and then they went bankrupt, and then I got the products. And I actually made the most useless print-on-demand product reviews because no one can buy from them, but yeah, I should really learn my lesson. Moving to the personal part of this video, and also I kind of want to show you how things look in my planner. We are talking about my personal goals when it comes to my business in September. So this is actually how my planner looks like. Ta-da! This is my September goals part of the planner, and this is the September like monthly overview for planning. As you can see here, there's like I put like what is it called? What did I forget the name of that? Sticky notes. I put sticky notes over here. It's really cool. It's like reflecting the light away from me. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really filming these videos very early, but I put sticky notes and the approximate place where I want to have a video filmed, because everything is ever changing. And also I'm doing that for my weekly schedule. So my weekly schedule is always on sticky notes, because I had the fact that I planned something for one day and then I didn't do it. And then I have to delete this and cover it with a sticker because I'm a perfectionist when it comes to handwriting. But I quickly want to go over some of my September goals for 3 reasons. 1, it's a channel tradition. 2, some of you actually care what I plan on doing. And 3, it might spark a goal that you haven't thought about for September or in general. So I'm supposed to get my Zazzle planner, and I'm also planning to create a video for November on how to plan for the next year in your online business. So it will be nice to have my planner with that. I want to find a good morning routine that fits me, because I feel like I'm either procrastinating in the morning going for a walk, or I'm either jumping right into work and I want to find this kind of in between. I'm definitely going to less social events than I have before, which is why there are more videos. I want to try out Spoonflower design challenges. I'm just looking for one that is interesting for me. And in terms of content for this channel, I want to bring back shop reviews, September news and goals. I can mark this one complete now. Spoonflower part 2, 3, and 4, hopefully this month. Ideogram Seamless is listed as one of my goals. I achieved it yesterday. Yay me. Printables for Halloween, Ideogram versus Lexica using Phillip prompts. Get ready for Q4. One product shops, how to print on demand marketing, Substack, Sticker Mule. And I think that was the ideas for videos for this month. I also want to finish reading The Magicians. I started reading it. I don't know if you guys watch the show The Magicians. The book is completely different. And I have all 3 books in the series, which is The Magician's King, and The Magician's Land. So I want to finish reading The Magicians. And I actually submitted my 2023 expenses yesterday. I have it listed as like something I need to do, but I finished it yesterday. I want to use a Pinterest account that I opened for a project that I didn't really finish to promote my patterns and things on Spoonflower, and I actually already started doing it. And I feel like this is something that a lot of people don't get. If you have a Pinterest account that was related to a different project, maybe there will be overlaps between that and a current project that you're working on. So the one when I was thinking about doing like this whole bohemian decor blog, it has a Pinterest account, and I'm now having patterns on fabrics and on wall curtains and on stuff like that, which could be related to the same topic, even if I'm not blogging about it anymore. I also want to create a freebie for Hanukkah, and this is something that came up during actually the live premiere chat with Phillip's video, because a really cool way, especially when you're niche down, to get people to buy merch from your store is to send them to your store from a Facebook group, but not in a way that promotes your store, in a way that promotes a freebie. So you basically have a printable freebie or a freebie of some sort, and they will come into your store. And if they are from that niche and like that niche, they might just buy other things. So I do want to work on more freebies for my Jewish fourth wall store, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be something for Hanukkah, maybe like Hanukkah cards or Hanukkah coloring page. On August 25th, I also started 100 Days of Tai Chi. I have been doing Tai Chi since I was, I think, 12 years old. I grew up with a sensei. Well, I wasn't raised by the sensei. It's not like one of those stories where, you get abandoned in the jungle and you're raised by wolves. But I did have a sensei for 2 years in very influential part of my life when it comes to studying Tai Chi. And I have been practicing on and off in the last few years, and I've kind of been getting back to it now, mostly for health reasons, even though it's a kick-ass martial art technique. And if any of you are interested in Tai Chi and just want to start out, check out Tai Flow online, and she has like 7 different models for beginners for Tai Chi, which is pretty much 5-6 minutes of Tai Chi practice to get you started, and it's awesome. As much as I know how to do Tai Chi, I sometimes put on one of Tai Flow's videos just so that I can focus or feel like I'm doing Tai Chi with someone else, even though in the last few days I was doing Tai Chi here downstairs with a friend, basically teaching her how to do Tai Chi and then doing it again in the evening when I get home. And it's funny how Tai Chi suddenly found its way into my life, because one of my friends who's over in Thailand is thinking about starting a Tai Chi YouTube channel. So that's been an interesting thing that came into my life. Perhaps I will end up doing things for the Tai Chi niche. Any thoughts about Tai Chi? Comment down below. In terms of my personal habits, I also wrote like Tai Chi staff fighting, which is really, really cool. And if you know Tai Chi, staff fighting is very easy. I want to journal before I start working every day. This belongs to the morning routine. I want to keep my place clean, and I want to go to Outspace, which is my favorite co-working here in Bansko. And I never have the time to go there because I'm either tired or socializing too much and then tired or filming. So I really am looking forward to balancing working outside and working inside, because I actually have a lot of things to work on this month that have nothing to do with the channel, have nothing to do with me filming. And that is the major niche that I'm getting a domain for. Then I'm designing certain things for Spoonflower that I'm probably heading back to Society 6 to be using them to monetize this niche. There will obviously be details about that as soon as that blog and niche setup is ready. I do want to go over 3 more things that I wrote in my planner before this video is done for September. The first one is don't spend money on things you don't need. If any of you needs to hear that, don't spend money on things you don't need. And don't make justifications why you need that. Girl math? No, not this month. Not this month. Even though I'm thinking of, hey, I'm a print-on-demand YouTuber, I need an art of wear test order again. Even though I'm not Canadian and I'm not going to open a shop to Canada. But I'm a YouTuber, so maybe I do need that. Okay. Yep. Art of wear order. Don't spend money on things you don't need this month. Seriously. The second thing that I want to say has a lot to do with the Payhip Marketplace video and the fact that I saw that they manually approved people who are selling Disney and Marvel and things that don't have their rights expire. And it kind of pissed me off, but it also related to a lot of the things that you guys have been asking me for, which is like access to the planner I'm using, the t-shirt I'm wearing, the llama tapestry. So I feel like in that sense, am I correct using Payhip? And I have made a video about Payhip and Fourth Wall, comparing the two when it comes to digital downloads. And I'm not saying that Fourth Wall is better. I'm saying that it's different because I'm currently selling my digital downloads over on Payhip on my shop madetribe.com. And yes, I can have a blogging feature there that I cannot have on Fourth Wall. And on Fourth Wall, I can sell print-on-demand merch that isn't integrated with Payhip. And I'm currently thinking, moving towards, I mentioned it, I think, last month in last month news, that I want to do this massive, like, several guides on how to do things when it comes to print-on-demand or printables or affiliate marketing or building websites. So having all of these different guides on a website, but I'm thinking that that website and that blog is going to be done with mayorroyo.com with Hostinger website builder. So I don't need the blogging feature with Payhip. And actually, you guys have been asking me to have access to a lot of my merch. So I'll be able to basically put on my Fourth Wall store the things that I'm sharing in this video. So I have a call, I think 2 days from now on Wednesday with Vincent from Fourth Wall. We had multiple calls before about how Fourth Wall works, about, talking about Fourth Wall as in terms of a YouTuber who's explaining it to you guys, but I feel like we've never had the one-on-one creator conversation with him telling me, hey, this is how you can do it. And I feel like it's a lot of trust coming from years of print on demand and selling online to go to Vincent for help and ask, hey, how do you think I should facilitate the move from Payhip to Fourth Wall, and should I do it? And the last thing that I want to share with you guys, it's actually a bit personal, but it's the quote I wrote at the top of my page for September. And it's actually a quote that I found myself saying. I was having a chat with a friend and we were talking about another friend kind of pissing me off. And she said, you don't seem so disappointed. Like, I thought you'd be more disappointed. And I said, and then I wrote it down, I don't have time to be disappointed from people or from bad interactions. I'm far too busy. And with that inspirational quote out of the way, that was it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new or were at least entertained. Have an amazing, amazing month of September. Feel free to share your goals for September with us, with the community down below in the comments, or any thought you had about any topic mentioned in the September news video. And as usual, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!